Hunt Showdown. We are back on Xbox One X. This is an enhanced title pushing a 4K resolution with no HDR support. So it's finally released. I played it in game preview, I think about 6 months or so back, and it's finally now fully available on the platform. It's changed quite a bit, and it's a very interesting title. So if you're not familiar with Hunt Showdown, it's a competitive multiplayer title where you are basically hunting a creature and dealing with some rather intense, oh, I did not expect that explosion, some rather intense and hardcore monsters along the way. On top of that, you're also dealing with other people. This fire is lasting a very long time. You're dealing with other people that are also hunting the same monster. So that's actually a very interesting aspect of the experience. Should I switch for that? I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, you have to compete with others, you have to find a bounty, and then you have to leave with the bounty, and it could very well be the end of you, trying to... Oh, wow, I'm just gonna try to swim around, I guess. This would have been smart to do way faster. Anyways, you're trying to get to the bounty and escape with it. I'm not particularly playing on that game mode yet. I am doing what is the Quickplay option. So Quickplay is more of a faster paced kind of competitive styling instead of attempting to basically grab, well, you still kind of are, but it's more of like less about hunting and more about competitive style of play, which I find kind of interesting. It's definitely a different sort of experience. You're more or less just kind of collecting the rifts, shooting other people, and then moving towards a position. It's very interesting, and at least I think so. Jeez. Anyways, oh, and I'm bleeding too. Yeah, it's a very unique title, and I think we'll do a bounty match after this one too, depending on how long I kind of survive. But I like the quick play just because things tend to move along a little bit faster, and a lot of the game was bounty play beforehand. So you could play this by yourself when you're doing the bounties, or you can be in groups of 2, or even in groups of 3 now. It's 12-player matches, and that might not seem like a lot. You actually get a pretty big map here, but it is quite competitive. It's not really meant to be a sort of experience where you are like quickly doing things. Well, I mean, quick play is a little bit faster, and it's just in the gist of the name. But you're supposed to take your time. You're supposed to be strategic about it. You're supposed to be tactical about it, because some people can go in, and they can grab the bounty, and then some people will wait for other people to grab the bounty and then go and kill them. So I think that aspect is really interesting. So generally, when it comes to like the world and playing on the platform, they definitely clean this up a lot. Great draw distance, looks beautiful. Haven't really noticed any performance issues that are too bad or anything like that. It's largely been a very smooth, well done experience. I'm very impressed. I also just love the style of the world. So it's super, like, visually I think it's quite detailed, the mud, the water, and I love the style of the game, because it does have, strangely enough, 3D binaural audio style to it. So that means that you can best play this if you have, a pair of headphones on. That's kind of the gist of that, so that it plays a little bit better. Let me just check the map, see where we're going. Okay. So yeah, better for a sense of space. Anyways, the audio quality, really good, really immersive. And the world itself, again, beautiful. And there's all these cues, like you walk on broken glass, there's crows, there's monsters. The monsters are like super gruesome and disgusting in this, which is fantastic, because it has like a very dreary sort of like dead world vibe to it. And I think that works really well for what this is. There's lots of neat abilities, lots of weird guns, lots of things for you to be basically working towards, dealing with other people, dealing with enemies. And I think it's kind of cool. Like, a lot of the time I die not even by like other people. So a lot of the time I'm dying by like monsters. Like, there's ugly things that are crawling in the water, there's ravenous dogs running around, there's like big giant acid spitting things, and yeah, it's you know, it's quite intense. Would this open up for me to get over there? I'm wondering what leads to what. Yeah, no. It does have some neat aspects just in regards to like the sort of abilities you find, the items you collect in the world. That caused me to bleed. Come on. And you know, it's not a very friendly world. Did I get lit on fire after getting stabbed? That's fantastic. But yeah, I do really find this to be a unique, dreary sort of environment. It looks remarkable on the platform. It really is quite a lovely title. I'm surprised they got it running so cleanly and so good looking. I did not really expect that, especially since it kind of, you get different times of day almost, like in regards to how it looks, and I think that really helps sort of increase the quality of the environment. Do I have any? No, I didn't pick up any grenades. Let's accidentally drop my knife. Let's see if this works well. Are you dead? Okay, good. So we're closing this final rift up here. And keep in mind that other people are around too. I got an achievement, so kind of like tank performance for some reason there. So yeah, we've come into a bit of a wellspring thing where I've kind of got to, you know, survive now. That's the gist of it. Oh crap, and I'm gonna die because I didn't stop the bleeding and I accidentally dropped my axe. Ugh. So in the bounty one, you would have more abilities that you kind of buy and go into things. The game does have a permadeath sort of style to it, which is really quite interesting. So with the permadeath, it's like you can lose your kind of guys that you are bountying, I suppose. No, you're hiring these kind of people to work for you, and you play as them, and then they could die, and you might have to get like you know, someone else for hire, and that's an interesting aspect of play because it does have that permadeath aspect to it. Now I will note it does take quite a bit of time to get matches going, loaded up, and you know, getting people like actually in your lobby and stuff, and you know, that aspect, it definitely does take time. So we're gonna put that down there. Where'd you go? Okay, well, it's gone now for good. But there's going to be other people, there's going to be other things to deal with as we kind of wait. I would actually like that axe. I kind of want to clean up some of the bad creatures around here. Axe, where'd you go? Did it fall through the floor? That's not good. Let's see what we got here. But you are collecting items and trying to survive. I'm surprised like another secondary here. Usually I have more items at this point, like a bomb or something, that I would use to help defend myself. But I'm going to be dealing with other people, and other people are kind of dealing with each other too, which I think is interesting. And I'm at a bit of a disadvantage having the audio down for recording, so that there's not like a kickback quality to it. Oh god, do you see it over there? They kind of went around the corner, but there's like little leech things on the ground. It's disgusting. Oh, there's somebody. And you actually do have to like reload and everything. Ow. Yeah, that guy's dead. So I'm gonna go and loot his body, because why not? But yeah, it's a really deadly sort of game. Like, you're never really sure. Oh, I'm the only survivor. I am the only one! Yay! Great, so we joined a bounty match, and we're in a group of 3 here. And yeah, I did win the last match. I don't know if things cut out a little bit early, because there was so many achievements popping. I guess the recording had issues. Anyways, yeah, we're in a group, so this perhaps is a more professional, intense kind of group. Oh wow, yeah, they are not messing around, so it's interesting. I thought the group dynamic would be really cool to kind of show off, give you an idea of what it's like when you actually get a squad together. But I'm just gonna kind of follow these guys and I guess act as a bit of a support. So you see I got a couple more items, a healing thing too this time around, so yeah. it would appear that we're moving towards this first area. Usually you would chat with other people, but obviously I'm recording, so a little bit harder to do. But yeah, it's definitely got some interesting aspects to it. I do like when you get going in a squad in this one, and that's definitely a lot more interesting. I do like the quick play though, the more focused lobby and everything. I find that really interesting. But this in itself is quite cool too. It's like we've got the first clue found. So to catch up again, in case you totally ignored that for whatever reason, we are trying to find clues, and then we're going to go hunt a giant monster, try to get loot. And the monster will be scary, it will be deadly. And that's half the adventure. I should have put in like a cooler pistol though. That would have been nice. When we don't kind of like get the slugs going. Are we what's the focus here, guys? It's kind of been more of like a watchful assist. And get rid of that burning. But yeah, it's a neat game. It's something you can go out there and you can play it by yourself, or you can hunt together. And again, it's just kind of like really spooky and sort of dark, just because of like the gory, weird world. Just the way they do the lighting and everything like that is really cool. I don't know. I just quite enjoyed this title. It's a very neat multiplayer one. See if we can get that guy. Nope. Maybe. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. There we go. Let's get those leeches at least. There. Nice. Okay, we're going to catch up the rest of the squad. Anyways, yeah. Again, as you can see, running quite well despite us being in a bit of a group going on here. I mean, there are other groups. Usually the player sizes don't change. It's just the dynamics of the lobbies together. But, in comparison to the other one where everyone's kind of just like single moving around and all that, it's quite a different change up having the more cooperative angle. And I do like that. I don't believe threes was always a thing. I knew you could always do twos and there was always singles, but was there singles? I don't know. I remember duos definitely. It's been a long time. But yeah, it's nice that you can actually play threes, because I think that's a very comfortable number, especially when you have lobbies of 12 players. It just kind of makes sense to me. And I love the reflections in the water. I bet this would look incredible with the ray tracing. Yeah, a little bit of performance drop there. Yeah, with ray tracing, this would look absolutely incredible. The reflections on the water and stuff would be so cool, like screen space reflection. But anyways, it's like we're wadding through. It seems to be our target there. Moving through the water. Oh yeah, and you can like set the chickens on fire. The dogs like alert things and make a lot of noise. And that's the thing, is you don't really want to be like seen. That thing definitely saw us. I hate these ones where you actually reload the shots. Is that horse not dead yet? Oh jeez. Don't know what's happening. Yeah, things just got loud, and you gotta watch that bleeding, otherwise your counter is just gonna go down all the way, which sucks. Second spider clue. Wow, I shot that lady in the back and she just kind of took it. I was hoping to come across like a melee weapon or something. So where's our next target gonna be? Where are they gonna go? Over there. Okay. Neat. And you can actually like look into the world and you can like find things, and I like that there's a mechanical aspect to it too, where certain like gates and stuff you can kind of hold open and all that. I think it's a neat mechanic. Go over this way, and then you can kind of like mantle over things. I think that's nice, or clamber up on stuff. It's definitely got like a really cool aesthetic to it, and again, a very large world. Not something that's too ridiculous, but something you can kind of learn and get used to over time. Turn off lights and stuff. Again, I was hoping for an axe. I want to kind of stay with the team though. I don't want to get too far away. And keep in mind, like, we could die and like lose everything and stuff. And yeah, it's that aspect of it is really neat. And that's not every time. Sometimes you get lucky, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. Spider banishing is happening. So somebody's found it, and now we're more or less playing catch up to that action. So I think we're gonna go a little bit more aggressive. At least it seems that people picked up the pace a bit. Now we're slowing down again. I'm just kinda like chilling with the squad. They really do seem to know what they're doing here. No, we're not opening that. Ow. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, at least we got this little thing. Except I'm bleeding away now. Oh. That's how she goes sometimes. The other guy shouldn't have left us, I guess.